Hello everyone, welcome back once again in English video, and in today's video we are going to take worksheet number 33, and in this worksheet we are going to continue as previous chapter, My Elder Brother, which has been taken from your book, English literature book Marigold. And in this chapter we are going to discuss about a very short play written by Munshi Premchand. Alright, I have told you in the previous video also that this this short play is written by Munshi Premchand, and it was originally written in Hindi, and the topic was Bade Bhai Sahab. Alright, and the chapter which we are going to study, My Elder Brother, is the English version of Bade Bhai Sahab. Alright, so let's start the explanation of this chapter. Before going further, I will be giving you a small revision, a quick revision of this chapter again, till now what we have done. Okay, so let's start the explanation. Now this chapter is My Elder Brother is a short play, and in this chapter we have studied that there are two brothers. One is of age 14 years and the second is of 9 years old. Both the brothers are living in a hostel for study, and in this story the elder brother Munna is very sincere, very responsible about his studies, and also responsible about his younger brother. So he always keeps on studying, he always very sincere about his studies. He always preferred to studies rather than roaming here and there, rather than playing around. But the younger brother, whose name is Munna, he is very careless and does not want to study at all. Always he wants, what he does he want? He always wants to play and play. But Bhaiya, the elder brother, always scolds him, always tells him to study hard, because he knows the value and he knows that why the study is important. So always he is always behind him, he is always keep on check on him that his brother is studying or not. So till now we have studied that we have studied in scene 1, and in scene 1, in a hostel room, the two brothers were sitting. Bhaiya was studying and younger brother was just drawing pictures and birds and animals. Then Bhaiya scolds him that why don't you study, why you always play, you just find a chance to run out in the fields, play marbles, flying kites, and just roam here and there and idling away with friends. Why don't you sit down? For Munna, studying is not very important, because he feels that playing is more important than studies. He is more interested in playing flying kites, running in the fields, all right, and he is more interested in playing volleyball and kabaddi, all that things. And Bhaiya always asked him to study. One day when the elder brother asks him and tells him the importance of the studies in one's life, Munna asks his elder brother, that how he can sit for so long, how he can sit for hours for study, and how he can write same words, same letters, same sentences and poems several times. How one can do like this? Because there is no importance of studies in Munna's life. In Munna's point of view, only playing in the fields and enjoying with friends is just the thing which he has to do. Okay, so Munna is not very serious about his studies at all, while Bhaiya feels that Munna is his responsibility and always keeps an eye on him, that what he is doing and he's studying or not, he's playing all the time, all these things. So one day when Bhaiya scolds him that he is for not studying, he also sets a timetable for Munna. Okay, we have studied this, that Bhaiya sets a timetable for Munna, and in that timetable there was no time for play. the timetable which Bhaiya had set from 6 a.m. till 11 p.m. at night, there was only study, study and study. So Munna gets very upset with the timetable which Bhaiya had made for him, for not making an hour, or for not making time for playing. Okay, so now we will going to start the explanation from scene 2. Now scene 2, what happens? The final exams are over and the results are out. Okay, Bhaiya, alas, I have failed once again. Munna, oh, but Bhaiya, I have passed and topped my class. Now there is only 2 years difference between us. Now what happens in scene 2? Final exams are over now and results are out. And what are the expressions of Bhaiya? He says, alas. What does this mean, alas? Alas is an expression. Alas is used for expression. What expression does it shows? It shows a sad expression. When somebody is sad, we can say alas. All right, so alas shows a sad expression. So he is very sad, Bhaiya is very sad. And why he is sad? Because he is failed. He got failed once again. Now Munna got passed, so Munna says, but Bhaiya, I have passed and I have topped my class. Munna has passed the class, not even passed the class, but also he has topped the class. Topped the class means he stood first in the class. Now he says to Bhaiya that now there is only 2 years difference between us. Earlier, what was the difference between the two brothers? That Bhaiya was 3 classes ahead of Munna. Okay. Now Bhaiya says, but my dear brother, don't be so proud. You have passed only 1 class and you think that I am stupid and you are smart? Once in a while, in a gulli danda game, you might get lucky and hit a goal, but that does not mean that you have mastered the game. Okay, so what does this mean? When Munna says that I have passed and topped the class, and Bhaiya says that my dear brother, don't be so proud. Don't think that if you have passed 1 class and you have topped that class, don't think that I am stupid and you are smart. Okay, don't feel so proud of yourself that you have passed the class and topped the class. It doesn't mean that I am stupid and you are smart. He says this. Now, for example, he says that if once in a while means if one time, for one time in gulli danda game. He is giving an example of gulli danda game. Have you played gulli danda game? Gulli danda game is a game the children used to play in earlier times. Now these days children only play with mobile games. Okay, so gulli danda game was a game, or you can say is a game, which has one long stick and one short stick, and that we hit that short stick with the long stick. So he says that once in a while in gulli danda game, if we might get lucky and hit the goal, okay, we had to hit the goal with that short stick, but it does not mean that you have mastered the game. It means that by chance you might hit the goal for one time, but it does not mean that you have mastered that game. Now you have to work hard to be successful in life. When you have to study subjects like algebra or geometry in higher classes, then you will understand the importance of hard work. Now, what does this mean? What does Bhaiya wants to say to his younger brother or Munna? He says that you have passed, the Munna has passed just by chance. He was lucky, then that's why he has passed. It does not mean because he did not study at all. Munna did not study at all and passed the class, and he had topped also. So Bhaiya is explaining him that if you have topped the class this time, or if you have passed this class this time, it does not mean that you are the master, you know everything. It might be by chance, okay, that you have passed the class. So he further explains him that to be successful in life, to get success in life, what you have to do, you have to study subjects like algebra, geometry, etc. And these are all tough subjects which he will be studying in higher classes. So at that time you will, or you can say that Munna will understand when he will, yeah, when he will study these type of subjects like algebra, geometry in higher classes. At that time he will come to know that what is the meaning really, what is the meaning of hard work, what does it mean. This time he was in a smaller class, he was in junior class, so it was easy for him, or it was a chance, by chance he got passed, he topped the class. But in senior classes, higher classes, it will not be easy for him to study subjects like algebra or geometry. Okay, so further he explains, in geometry, if one writes ABCB instead of ABC, the answer is marked wrong. Now geometry, you all know what is the geometry subject. Geometry is a subject where you have to make figures. All right, geometry means all figures like triangle, rectangle, etc. So in geometry he's saying that if one writes, if you write ACB, if the answer is ABC, and if you have write ACB, the answer will be marked wrong. All right, the examiners will not spare you, they want you to learn word by word from the textbooks. Examine, if you make such a mistake like this, which he has explained here in this line, if you make a mistake like this, the examiner will not spare you, he will not leave you, he will deduct your marks, and he will not spare you. The teachers wants, or the examiners wants, that in senior classes you should learn word by word. Okay, now Munna, what does Munna says? What is the Munna's reaction? Oh bhai sahab, this is scary. I don't think I want to go to the 9th class now, but I will still complete my day's homework so that I get no punishment in class. Now, what does Munna says? Munna says, oh bhai sahab, that this is scary. Scary means frightening. Okay, scary means frightening. He says this is so frightening, and I don't think that now, if after listening all these things, after listening whatever Bhaiya had told him, after listening all these things, I want to go in the senior class or 9th class now. But what will I do? I will still complete my day's homework. He says that, but still I don't want to go in the class 9. I will complete my homework, daily homework, so that I will not get any punishment in the class. Bhaiya says, just today, now he is giving examples. Okay, Bhaiya is giving examples to Munna. Just today, we were asked to write a short essay on the topic punctuality in 4 pages. And imagine, can something be written on 4 pages and still be short? It's all so mixed up. Now, what does Bhaiya says? That just imagine, he's giving the example, just imagine, he asked Munna to imagine that today we were given a topic. The topic was punctuality. Today we were given a topic and we had to write a short note, or you can say a short essay or paragraph on that topic, punctuality. Punctuality means, punctuality you all know, being on time. All right, so it was a topic given to Bhaiya in the class for writing a short essay on it. Okay, and he says we had to write 4 pages. We had to write 4 pages, and just imagine, we had to write 4 pages and it was still short. Can you imagine that we are writing 4 pages on a topic and it is still short? It was called still short. It's so all mixed up. He's saying that we also don't understand that why and how can a topic written on 4 pages can be short. So he says that it's also mixed up. It's so all mixed up means it's all confusing. Munna, thinking aloud, thank God it was time for school, or else the scolding would have gone on and on. Now what happens? The school times arrives and Bhaiya keeps quiet. So Munna says to God, he's thinking aloud means he talks to himself, or he talks to himself that thank God it is time for school now. Otherwise, if it would be not time for school, Bhaiya would have continued his scolding, or Bhaiya would have continued his explanation on the studies, which he did not like at all. Okay, now here your scene second ends, scenes 2 ends. Now it is the starting of scene 3. Scene 3. The results were out once again. And it so happened that Munna passed and Bhaiya failed again. Bhaiya was really upset. Munna was also sad seeing his brother so unhappy. Bhaiya now becomes gentler with Munna. Munna became naughtier because of this and studied even less than before. Now in scene 3 what happens? Again the results were out, and again it happened that Munna passed and Bhaiya failed again. All right, so Bhaiya was again very upset because he failed. He studied very hard, he studied all the time, and Munna did not study at all. But then also Munna passed and Bhaiya failed. Now after looking his brother, that his brother has got failed again in the class, Munna is also very happy to see his brother who is very upset because of his result. Okay, now Bhaiya now becomes gentle with Munna. Now if when Bhaiya is getting fail and Munna is passing the class, Bhaiya becomes gentler. He stops scolding him frequently. As he was doing earlier, he stopped scolding him frequently. जल्दी जल्दी डांटना उनको छोड़ देता है, कम कर देता है, और he talks him gently. He talks to him very gently now. But because of this, he was passing the class without studying. Munna studied even less than before. Now before also Munna was not studying at all. Now after this what happened? He was passing the class without studying. He started studying more or less. Okay. Munna talking aloud. Ah, I am lucky. I can pass easily. I need not to study so hard. Now I can play games with my friends and fly kites. But I should still be careful that Bhaiya does not see me flying kites. Now Munna talking aloud. When there is it is talking aloud. Talking aloud means that he is talking to himself. Okay, so he says to himself, "Ah, I am lucky." He says, "I am lucky." Why he says this? Because he says, "I can pass easily." He says, "I am lucky" because he can pass easily. Easily means he was not studying that much. He could pass the class, but still he was passing the class. So he thinks that I am so lucky that without studying much, he was passing the class very easily. So he says that I am very lucky that I can pass the class easily. I need not to study hard. He says that I need not to study hard. I need not to sit for hours and hours to study and to pass the class. Now I can play games. As I am passing the class so easily, I can play games, I can fly kites with my friends. But what is he afraid of? He is afraid of his brother. He is afraid of elder brother. Still he is afraid. Why he is afraid? Because he is not afraid. He respects his elder brother. That's why he says, but I should still be careful that Bhaiya does not see me flying kites. Okay. He is afraid because he respects his elder brother. So that's why he says that I can play with my friends, I can fly kites, but still I should be careful about Bhaiya that he does not see me flying kites. Now what happens next? One day a kite is flying slowly downwards. Munna starts running in order to grab it. Suddenly, he comes face to face with Bhaiya. Now, there is another scene that one day what happens, a kite is flying slowly downwards. Okay, you know when the kite flies downwards, children run to catch it. Okay, so same Munna was doing. Munna was running behind that kite which was flying downwards, and In order to grab it means in order to catch it. Grab means catch it. Okay, so in order to catch that kite which was flying downwards slowly, suddenly he came to face with Bhaiya. That means Bhaiya caught him while flying kites. Bhaiya, catching hold of Munna's hand, aren't you ashamed to be playing kites all day long? Don't you realize that now you are in the 8th class and are not studying in a lower class? Now, when Bhaiya catches him flying kite, he catches hold of Munna's hand. Means he holds Munna's hand and he scolds him. Who scolds him? Bhaiya scolds Munna that aren't you ashamed? Ashamed means feel of guilty or feel of sorry of doing something wrong. Okay, so Bhaiya says that aren't you ashamed? तुम्हें शर्म नहीं आती है? Aren't you ashamed of flying kites all day long? He says that you are flying kites all day long and you don't feel ashamed. Don't you realize that you are in 8th standard? He says why he is scolding, because he thinks that he is in 8th standard, he is in a bigger class now, he is in senior class now, so he should pay attention towards his studies now. Okay, now he says that you should realize that you are in senior class and you are not in junior class, that you will not study and still you will get passed. So you should study because you are in now senior class. If you think that I am just one class ahead of you and I can't say anything, you are wrong. I am 5 years older than you are and will always be. Now, what Bhaiya says to Munna, that don't you think, alright, don't you think that if I am only one class ahead of you, because Munna was passing the class continuously and Bhaiya was failing continuously. So Bhaiya did not jump the classes. So he was only one class ahead of Munna. So he says, don't you think that I am just one class ahead of you? So I cannot say anything to you or I cannot scold you on the things you do wrong. Okay. He said that I am 5 years older than you. So it's my job, it's my duty, it's my right, it's my responsibility to scold you for everything you do wrong. Understanding doesn't come only from reading books. Look at Ma and Baba. Ma has never gone to school and Baba has only passed 5th class. Now he explains again, he explains his brother that, see, he says that understanding doesn't come only from reading books. Understanding means knowledge. Here understanding means knowledge. Okay, so he says that understanding knowledge doesn't comes only from reading books. You don't think that if somebody is going to school or somebody is reading books, he is getting intelligent or he is getting knowledge. Okay, he says that look at Ma and Baba. Ma has never went to school, she has never gone to school, and Baba has just passed class 5th. Munna, really Bhaiya, is that true? So Munna is very surprised and he asks, really Bhaiya? What he says, really Bhaiya, is that true? That Ma and Baba has Ma hasn't gone to school and Baba has just passed class 5. Bhaiya, yes, there are 1,000 things that they know more than you or me. And even if we have studied the wisdom of the whole world, Ma and Baba will always have the right to explain to us and correct us. Now, Bhaiya explains him that yes, when Munna asks him that is it true that Ma has never gone to school and Baba has only passed class 5. So Bhaiya explains him that yes, there are more than 1,000 of things. There are more than 1,000 things means there are so many things in this world that Ma and Baba know more than you and me. Okay, and even if we have studied the wisdom of whole world, what does this mean? That even if we have studied many books, so many books, or you can say we have gained so much of knowledge from the books of the whole world, Ma and Baba will always have right. Ma and Baba will always have right to scold us or explain us that what is wrong and what is right. Okay. Now, what would you do if I were to fall sick today. Now again he's giving an example. He tries to make him understand by giving an example. He says that, okay, tell me that what will happen, what will you do if I fall sick today. Fall sick today means if I fall sick today, अगर मैं बीमार हो जाता हूँ तो what will you do? Munna says, I don't know bhaiya. I would tell Baba and he would rush to the hostel. So he says, I don't know bhaiya what I will do, but I will call Baba, I will tell Baba, and Baba will rush to school. Baba will come to hostel to look you. Bhaiya, I had expected this answer. So Bhaiya says, yes, I expected this from you. He said, I knew, expected means I knew that you will give this answer. Now Baba would not get upset. He would first try to find out what was wrong and then he would call a doctor. Baba would know exactly what to do. Now Bhaiya says that I knew that you will be giving this answer, that you will just call Baba and he will rush to the hostel. But if Baba comes to know about my sickness in the hostel, he will not get upset or he will not panic at all. He will not get worried that what will happen. Like you will just call, you gave the answer that you will call Baba. Why? Because you don't know what to do. What Baba will do? Baba will first find out that what has really happened. What is wrong? Is it something serious? And after that, after knowing everything, after finding out everything that what is wrong, is it serious or not, then he would call the doctor. Okay, Baba would know exactly what to do. Because Baba knows what he has to do exactly. All right, because he is much older than us, he is much older and he has seen the world more than us. So he will be reacting or he will be acting on this particular situation. What was the situation? That if I fall sick, if Munna falls sick, this is the situation. And in this situation, what Baba will do, he will be calling doctor after finding out that what is the matter. Okay, so it's all about the experience of life, that that Baba knows what he has to do exactly and at what time he has to take action and what action he has to take. Okay, so it is all about experience of life. Who has the experience of life more, you or your parents? Obviously parents. You are more experienced or your elder brother sisters? Obviously your elder brother and sisters. Who is more experienced? Tell me, who is more experienced, your parents or your grandparents? Yes, your grandparents are more experienced. They have more experience of life, more than experience of life than your parents. So we should always, you can say we should always be obedient, or we should always uh, follow to our elders, because whatever they will say according to their experience of life. So we should obey our elders always. Okay, so now what happens, he says Baba would know exactly what to do. They have more experience than us. And why he will do this? Because he has more experience. Munna with tears in his eyes, I am sorry bhaiya, what you say is true. Okay, now Munna, after listening all this, Munna has tears in his eyes. He started crying and he says sorry to bhaiya. He says, bhaiya, I am sorry, whatever you are saying is really true, it's really correct. Bhaiya hugs Munna lovingly, and after listening this, whatever Munna says to him, sorry, and Bhaiya hugs him, he embraces in his arms. Bhaiya, I also like to play and fly kites. Bhaiya says to Munna that, Munna, see, I also like to play and fly kites. But if I also play, then how can I watch out for you? You are my responsibility. Okay, so Bhaiya explains him that why he scolds him, why he is always after him, why he is always telling him to study, while he is very strict with him. So he says that because I am elder than you, you are my responsibility. I have to be responsible for you. that whatever you, because I have more experience of life than you. Okay, so it is my responsibility to take care of you, to just see what you are doing, whether you are doing a right thing or wrong thing. This is my responsibility. So I also like to play and fly kites. He says that I also like to play and fly kites like you or other children. But if I do so, if I also play like this, like you play, how can I watch out for you? How will I look for you, that how, what are you doing or what you are not doing? Okay, so because you are my responsibility, I need to take care of you. Now Munna understands that why Bhaiya is so strict with him now. Okay, so he says, I love you, Bhaiya. Okay, now what have you understood from this chapter? Can you tell me the answer? What have you understood from this chapter? Now this chapter explains us that we should always respect our elders. We should always respect whatever our elders tell to us, because it doesn't mean that you are more educated than your elders, your parents, your grandparents, or whatever. It does not mean that you are the most intelligent of it, because life experiences, whatever they have experienced in life, are much more greater than your knowledge. Okay, so we should obey our parents, or we should obey our elders. We should obey our elder brothers and sisters, grandparents, and we should also respect them. Okay, so this was your story of my elder brother. I hope you have understood, and I hope you have liked it also, and you have learned something out of it. Okay, now we are going to do reference to context of this chapter. In the previous worksheet we have done the question answers, and today we are going to do uh, reference to context of this chapter. Okay, so get ready with your copies, pencils and erasers. So I'll be explaining you the question also, and I'll be dictating and writing the answers also. You will be also writing the answers along with me. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you that this worksheet is your submission worksheet, and you will submit it on the submission date, on the given submission date. Okay, do this work in very neat and clean handwriting. In from the new page, write down worksheet number on the top of the page, then date, day, and the topic. Reference to context. Lesson is my elder brother. You will write the whole thing which I have written here. Okay, now you will write the question. Answer the following questions with reference to context. Now the first context which you have been given is, studying English is no child's play. One has to work very hard in order to learn the subject. To speak or write English properly, tremendous effort is required. Now you all know what is reference to context. Okay, in every chapter when we are doing reference to context, I explain you about reference to context, that what is reference to context all about. I'm giving you again the revision that what is reference to context. Reference to context means that some part of your chapter or your poem is given to you, some lines from your read chapter, like here I have taken these lines, and some questions are placed on this context. Okay, you can say context, you can say lines, you can say paragraph from the chapter you have read. So on this particular given lines, some of 2-3 questions are placed, and you have to answer those questions according to the context given. Okay, so it's very easy exercise you can do if you have read the chapter very properly. So first is, studying English is no child's play. One has to work very hard in order to learn the subject. To speak or write English properly, tremendous effort is required. Now the question is, first question, explain the meaning of the sentence, studying English is no child's play. Now when I explained you this chapter, I have also explained you the line that studying English is no child's play. So we will write that answer. Meaning of sentence, studying English is no child's play means, you will write like this. write down the sentence, SENTENC sentence, studying English is no child's play means that studying studying English is not an easy task. Okay, no child's play means studying English. When you are studying English, it is not an easy task. It is not an easy thing to do. Okay, now give the meaning of tremendous. Now you should know the meaning. Here you can get the questions like this also. You should know the meaning of tremendous. Tremendous means write down tremendous means very great or huge. Okay, tremendous means very great in amount or huge. Next question is, why the speaker is saying these lines? Now you know who is the speaker of these lines. You should know who was the speaker. Bhaiya is the speaker. So why the speaker is saying these lines? Write down the speaker, SPEAKER. The speaker is saying, SAYING. The speaker is saying these lines in order to explain, explain or make his make his younger brother, younger brother, understand that why he should study as his younger brother, younger brother was not interested in studies, studies. Okay, I'm repeating the answer. The speaker is saying these lines in order to explain or make his younger brother understand that why he should study, as his younger brother was not interested in his studies or in studies. Okay. Now, next is second stanza, or you can say, not stanza, the context, second paragraph. Oh, I love the green fields, the gentle breeze. I want to jump up like the football. I like the touch and go and hututu sound of the kabaddi. And the hurry and flurry of volleyball pulls me like a magnet. As soon as I am on the field, I forget everything. Now the questions are, what does the speaker likes to do? Now you should know that who has said these lines, then only you can answer. Okay, speaker, what does speaker likes to do? Speaker likes to, here he has written, I love the green field, so you can write speaker, SPEAK, speaker likes to play and jump like football. Okay, and he likes To touch, touch. Here you can see I like the touch, है ना? He likes, sorry, write down, he likes the touch and go and who to sound sounds sounds of the kabaddis, KABADDI, kabaddi. Okay, full stop. What is the answer? Speaker likes to play and jump like football, and he likes the touch and go and hututu sounds of the kabaddi. Now here in the reference to context, you will not copy down the sentences. You will not copy down the lines as written in your paragraph. You will just convert those lines in your own words. You will just make slight changes while writing the answers. Okay, like I have changed here. Like speaker likes to play and jump. Here it was not written play. I have added word play. Like this, you will make slight changes in your answers while writing your answers. Okay, all right. Next question is, what pulls the speaker like a magnet? Now look here, find out where in this paragraph you find pulls the speaker like a magnet. Where is this word? Okay, then on there you can find your answer. So you will write here, you can see magnet, it is here. And the hurry and flurry of volleyball pulls me like a magnet. So your answer would be, you will write the hurry, 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 and flurry, FLURRY, flurry of volleyball, VOLLEY, volleyball, BALL ball, pulls, PULLS, pulls. You will write here, it is written me. You will write pulls the speaker, 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 like a magnet. Okay, the answer is the hurry and flurry of volleyball pulls the speaker like a magnet. Next question is, when does the speaker forget everything? Now, what will be the answer? Now, after the magnet in the paragraph given, there is a line, as soon as I am on the field, I forget everything. So, the answer is there. When does the speaker forget everything? The speaker, you will write the speaker, SPEAKER, speaker forgets, FORGETS, forgets everything, EVER, every, THING. Now here you can see in the question, when does the speaker forget? Now here we are using does in the question, so we will not use S with the verb forget. Okay, but in answer we have written the speaker. The speaker is singular subject, so we need to put S with the verb forget. Okay, so always remember that whenever we are writing a sentence which contains does or do, the verb in that sentence will not contain S. Alright, but in the answer, most of the times, or you can say basically, we use does or do in questions, so we don't use. But when we are giving the answer of or that question which contains do or does, we need to put S with the subject, and we will put S or we will not put S without the subject in the verb. So here the subject is speaker and it is singular verb, so we need to put S with the forget. The speaker forgets everything when, I will change to he, when he is on the field, FIELD, field. Okay, So that sentence, as soon as I am on the field, I forget everything. I have changed a little bit of that sentence. The speaker forgets everything when he is on field. Okay, or you can write the speaker forgets everything as soon as he is on the field. You can write this also, and you can write when also. All right, both the answers are correct. Now this is your third paragraph, or you can say this is your third context. Ah, I am lucky I can pass easily. I need not to study so hard. Now I can play games with my friends and fly kites. But I should still be careful that Bhaiya does not see me flying kite. Now the question is, what kind of character you feel the speaker is. Now again, if you have studied the chapter properly and thoroughly, you would be knowing that who is the speaker of these lines. So who is the speaker of these lines? Munna. Okay, Munna spoke these lines. Munna is the speaker of these lines. So he said, I am lucky I can pass easily. So after reading this paragraph, after reading these lines, what do you find that what kind of character or what kind of boy that speaker or Munna is? So he's saying that I am very lucky and I can pass easily. I need not to study so hard. So what is it reflecting? It is reflecting, it is showing that the character who is speaking these lines, that is Munna, is very careless. Okay. First reflection is this. So we will write the first line. The character, C-H-A-R-A-C-T, the character is very careless. Okay. But he is also afraid, excuse me, A-F-R-A-I-D, afraid of his elder brother Bhaiya. How you can say this? Why we have written he is afraid of his elder brother Bhaiya? Because in the next line he said, but I should still be careful that Bhaiya does not see me flying kite. Why did he say so? Because he was afraid of Bhaiya. He respected his Bhaiya, so he said this line. You can also write, he respected his brother a lot. Okay, you can write this line. The next line, the next question is, the speaker needs to be careful. Change your question a little bit, which has been given in your worksheets. I have forgotten to write with whom. So add this, write with whom, W-I-T-H, with W-H-O-M, whom. Alright, and then write the speaker needs to be careful. With whom the speaker needs to be careful in the given lines. Now, the speaker, S-P-E-A-K-E-R, speaker needs to be careful with whom? With his elder brother, comma, B-H-A-I-Y-A, whom he called Bhaiya. So what will be the answer? The speaker needs to be careful with his elder brother Bhaiya. Okay. The last question is, why the speaker thinks that he is lucky. Why speaker thinks that he is lucky? And you will give the answer to this question after reading this paragraph which has been given to you for the reference to context. Why? Because he said that I am lucky because I can pass easily. So what will be the answer? The speaker thinks that he is lucky, L-U-C-K-Y, lucky, because B-E-C-A-U-S, because he could pass, C-O-U-L-D, could, P-A-S-S, pass, easily, I-E-A-S-I-L, easily, without studying, studying, studying much, much, much. Okay, so this was your last question of this chapter of the reference to context exercise, and you will do this exercise. And it doesn't mean that I have given you 3 reference to context from this chapter, so you will prepare only this. You will read the chapter very carefully and thoroughly, and I can give you any paragraph from this chapter for your reference to context in your exams. Okay, so read the chapter thoroughly, once, twice, how many times you can read it. Okay, so till the next video, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.